What's going down, man?
Not much.
All right, we live. Did somebody just
Hey,
crack their knuckles?
that was me. I'm sorry.
You good, fam?
Yeah, we live.
You about to get a deal for the next Sonic game?
I know, right?
Did somebody just crack their knuckles? That's how we started the podcast. Holy shit! The second we went live.
Oh,
That's funny. That's funny. Oh man. All right, let me get this going. We got some comments pouring in. Yeah, did I tweet this out? I don't think I tweeted this out. Hold on. Do that real quick.
Oh, yo, how we got 8 comment? How we got 8 likes and 1 dislike? We ain't said nothing yet.
Yo, that dislike been there since this got put up.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. It's like I posted that we were going live like 4 or 5 hours ago, and we already had 1 dislike. I was like, somebody had to take time out of their day to dislike a video that's not even up yet. Like, what?
Man, you know the deal.
We haven't even said anything yet. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, we said
one of the DC fans, man.
Oh my God.
It is the anniversary, so they about to be offended.
Yo,
Tomorrow's the day, guys. I really wish that today was the day, so that way we could just have like a 1-year anniversary bro special.
Damn, man, the 25th gonna be on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out some kind of way to celebrate that L. Yeah.
Bro.
You know, where them people that they say then we'll talk. I need to talk to them people. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gonna post that. I'm gonna post that again tomorrow just because I'm that petty.
Yo, for real. Like, then we'll talk.
Wait till 3/25/2016. Then we'll talk.
The beginning of the end.
No, I think no. Was it yesterday? No, I think the 23rd is when we had the early reviews. And the 25th, 23rd is when shit went down because that's when all the reviews started pouring in.
Okay.
Yeah, that either way, it's gonna be.
Circle. I keep telling people there's a process with these DC movies. Like, the early reviews come out, and then they be like, it ain't what the trailer says it is. And then they cuss them out until they see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, there's always a director's cut DVD.
Man, I mean, you might as well just, man. I don't even know what to say at this point, bro. Like, if you gotta say a director's cut is what you need to watch when it's not even in existence yet, man.
No, for real. It's like they can't make this a habit, because if that's the case, if they just gonna start making stuff to go, and the ideal version is the DVDs and stuff, you might as well just make an animated movie.
At this point, yeah. I mean, what's the point of seeing it in theaters? Just wait for the director's cut.
Well,
I can't wait till Wonder Woman's director cuts.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great.
Cutting down more men.
Yeah, that's.
Someone asked, "Is there really a gay Power Ranger?" Yes.
Oh yeah. Yes. Wow. I forgot. The title says Power Rangers Appreciation Special. We over here talking about roasting DC.
I mean, look.
We are.
It's natural.
We're one trick ponies. That's what we are, guys.
I mean, when DC makes a Batman Beyond game that's actually good, they can get a week without roasting. But until then,
you getting that Damian Wayne game? What you talking about?
Wait,
man?
Yeah.
No.
He's like, no.
No.
He
like Javier Bardem in Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh no. Pirate.
Could you tell him that for me, please? Oh god. All right. So we live. What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of snap. Danny's here. We were just about to. You came in at the perfect time. We were doing the intros, about to start it.
I mean, I sensed it in the air. They starting without me.
Out am I of the podcast. I've been here forever. Here, true.
I mean, this is the one podcast Dan's been wanting to do for a while.
Oh, facts. Well,
Right.
one of many.
Oh,
One of many.
you can scratch that off the long list.
Yep. So, hi. Welcome to NXP Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Go Power Rangers Appreciation Special. It's one of the ones that y'all requested from a very impromptu half-hour discussion we had during our one of our Q&A sessions. A lot of people liked us talking about Power Rangers, so we said, you know what? There's a new movie coming out. Fuck it. Let's just do a whole special. Nothing but Power Rangers. And yeah, we're just going to dive straight into this. No frills, just the analyses, as Uber Hikari would say. Let's introduce the panel. Flanking on my left, we got the one, the only, Danny D's World. What's going on, man?
Well, aside from my connection being really funky at the moment, not much.
Oh, okay. And on my right, we got Rots 112.
What is going down, everybody? Rangers.
And the newest main member of the NXP cast. This man, he's now going by a man of many names, so he's a perfect fit for us. He used to be Comic Inspector, but now, was it Game Inspector?
Yep.
Yeah, Game Inspector. Actually, I figured that shit out the hard way today. I was low key looking for your name because I was like, I need to add Jamil to the bottom of the thing, the description, and I kept looking up Comic Inspector. It would not pop up, so I just typed in Near Automata Review Comic Inspector, and your shit came up right there.
Oh, man.
By V, yeah, game inspection. Yeah, that's my channel. Talk about games, how they reflect mechanics, sometimes about gaming culture, stuff like that.
I feel lied to, man. See, I thought you went by Inspector Gadget. All right.
No. Inspector Gadget. Great fucking TV show. But all right, y'all. So, like I said, this is the Go Power Rangers Appreciation Special. There's not really going to be much structure. We're just going to talk about stuff. So if you guys in the chat have questions for us, like top 5 favorite Power Rangers, favorite Rangers, things you like and don't like about the franchise, comparisons to Super Sentai, have at it. Everything's fair game. But I think we might as well discuss. Wow, it got really quiet in here. Look at that. We might as well discuss, since the reviews are pouring in for the new movie, which is set to come out this weekend. Might as well discuss, I guess, our final thoughts and expectations going into the new Power Rangers movie. So if anyone wants to open it up.
Well, I can first of all say I'm definitely hyped about this movie. It was like a certain part of me wasn't as worried as I usually am when something gets announced. You know, when an adaptation of something gets announced, and you just kind of feel it in your soul that something might be wrong.
Yeah.
This was one of those things where I was wildly optimistic from the jump. You know, then more information came out. I was like, you know what? This might actually be something. And I think it all came to a head when the second trailer hit. When the second trailer hit, I think that's when I was over the moon. You know? I was like ready.
I was kind of the opposite, man. When I heard they were doing a Power Rangers movie, I just had flashbacks to the first Transformers movie. That's all I can say.
Oh, it could have easily went that way. And I won't lie, the fact that how long they made us wait till we started seeing something made me worry. Because sometimes the less they speak about something, kind of raises the flag.
Mass Effect, anyone?
Yo, first Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh God.
Well, Babe's Turtles to be exact.
I remember we saw the mocap suits before we even saw what the turtles look like.
Right, if we was walking up down the street, and I'm like, man, why the suits look so damn big? Then we understood why.
What about you, Jamil?
I mean, I kind of fell out of Power Rangers for a long time, and I mean, I watched Mighty Morphin as a kid, and I watched some of the other series, but around the time I hit what was it 11, 12, I just stopped watching Power Rangers, and anything like any like anything like Sentai or anything else. I just like kind of fell out of it. And but when they announced the movie, I was like, oh hey, it looks actually kind of cool. But like I'm kind of with Chris on this one. I saw more trailers. I was like, please no. And then I'm also hearing some of the reviews, and it's just I don't know how to feel about it.
Danny?
Well, my how do I say this? My stance was I was very much in favor of it, the idea of it, anyways, from the get go. I did acknowledge that there are very very many ways you can mess this up. Um, I do remember a lot of people got concerned though when it came out that Michael Bay may be attached to the project. Believe it or not, that's actually one area where I thought that they might do a decent enough job. Because I mean, when you look at the Power Rangers and how flashy it was, and they had literally random explosions out of nowhere just from posing, you know, it's like so long as he doesn't try to hypersexualize it like he does a lot of stuff, it could be okay. Once he got the boot, though, I was happier. I will say that because there was less of a risk, in my opinion, of that happening. So. But then as time goes on, they announced the director and everything. It was someone that I wasn't really familiar with. He had only done like one other big movie that I had never even heard of, and I never really watched it. So it's like I had some concerns. I won't lie about that. But then they said Max Landis was writing it.
What?
I got really concerned. Really concerned.
Danny, why would you be concerned? Max Landis is like a new generation of screenwriters. He understands the bullshit in Hollywood more than anybody, and he just speaks about it.
Oh my god. Uh, that's a damn lie, sir. But
Yeah.
but time went by. They started showing some stuff from it. I was liking what I was seeing. Then came Comic Con, and those interviews that they did during Comic Con, the cast, the panel they had with the director, that honestly is what really sold me. Like the first trailer had me, a little more on the positive side of the fence, but it was that panel that really sold me because to hear them talk about it and to just see how well that cast gets along with each other, like even outside the movie, they just have a very natural chemistry with each other. They have a very natural camaraderie with each other. They do still goof off and mess around with each other. It's a very believable group of friends. And then to hear the director talk about it and to understand very much that this is a movie and we have to make it like a movie, but I'm not going to forget where it came from. I used to run home to watch this show. I grew up watching this show. I loved it. I still love it. And just the giant grin on his face when he kept having to look over at his handlers to see what he could get away with telling people. You could tell he wanted, to share this stuff. And then he did start listing some things that were in the movie that we hadn't seen yet. And every time he said something, he kept shooting a look over there to see when they were going to tell him to stop. And it's like, he talked about wanting to see, the command center and Alpha 5 and the putties and Goldar. And it's like, that's where they finally cut him. But you could tell, that this was something that he loved, that he enjoyed, that he was actually proud to be associated, ashamed to. Like so many directors out there, would act like big actors, directors. The second you show them something like this, they'd be like, nope, not interested. In fact, even Bryan Cranston at first, when they asked him if he'd be willing to do it, said no. just on the premise and the fact that he thought that it would potentially be a career killer. It wasn't until they actually sat him down and let him read the entire thing that they had written, the script, the story, the concept, that he finally agreed. This actually looks like you're taking this seriously, so I guess I'll do it. And it was a nice callback and tribute to what really kind of got his career going. But then that second trailer dropped, and that feeling where like you're really nervous and you're like, please don't suck, please don't suck, and then you see something and it's like, okay, this is not gonna suck. I had that massive feeling of relief. It was freaking awesome what I saw in that second trailer. I'm not gonna lie.
Second trailer was much better.
I fanboyed a little bit.
That was lit, man.
And then then they released that All-Star trailer, which in a couple areas I think was actually a little bit better. It was only supposed to be a TV spot for the NBA All-Star game, but between the music choice and the footage, and they showed a little bit more action than else, and it was like, holy crap, this looks crazy. And just everything since then, I've been very much looking forward to this one.
Nice. Like for me, I'm kind of in the same boat as Jamil. I had reservations on it because, to be honest, with Power Rangers, I stopped watching after what was the season after Time Force? Was it Wild Force or Jungle Fury? I was confused the two.
I stopped at Ninja. There was a Ninja Storm, Ninja Force.
Oh, that's way past my pedigree.
Yeah. Damn. What was after Time?
Yeah, I know it was something with animals or jungle or
Wild
Fury.
Force.
Wild Force. Okay.
It was Wild Force. Yeah. You know what it was.
And I didn't even finish all of the Ninja Series one. I just watched up to maybe half of it, and I just stopped.
There are only two things worth your time in Wild Force, honestly, and that's the Time Force crossover and Forever Red. And that's
Yeah, so for me, I stopped watching about.
Hold up, man. Anybody that at least know another bright line into Wild Force was Tanaka. He was one of the most badass villains they had.
Well, I didn't even know that because I only saw 5-10 episodes, and hey, man.
Hey, Tanaka was the GOAT, man.
I okay. I'll take your word on it. So
I'm talking to the chat. I know if they watched it, they know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, the second I said what was the series after Time Force, we got 6 niggas up in this shit. But yeah, so I really had no dog in this fight. I was more pessimistic than anything else, but once I started seeing more in motion footage, like with the trailers, I kind of got a little bit more excited. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I watched the footage and some of the stuff did come off as kind of corny and cheesy and it didn't really feel right. But, in the back of my head, I'm like, hey, this is Power Rangers. This is what I grew up with. I'm not expecting it to go crazy with the dialogue. I mean, it's got a little bit of cheese and camp to it. So I was cool with it. And after the second trailer, I kind of stopped watching all the TV spots because after I see 2 trailers for a movie, I kind of form a basis in my head on if I'm going to enjoy it or not. So I just strayed away from all the TV spots, the All-Star trailer, none of that nonsense. Like whenever Danny would post stuff in the chat, I would just say, nah, I'm not going to watch it. So, just leave me out of the conversation. So, yeah, man, I'm literally going into this dark after the 2 trailers and I've got my expectations set. I want to go into that and expect a Power Rangers movie first and foremost. And if they deliver on that front, then I'm okay with that. And if they don't, I'll say this shit is bull crap. And y'all know this on the podcast. That would not be the first time that we've disagreed on everything. So we'll all find out soon enough this weekend.
I mean, I'm not going to go ahead and say I would say I have a good feeling about this movie, but it's up in the air until I see it. I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but I could probably see it and be like,
Yeah, man. So we're really not going to get into other stuff. I mean, the reviews have been coming out, and we the director did confirm a few things in regards to characters and their personality traits and such, which we're not going to get into, like I say, because we can just save that for the review cast, which, if all goes according to plan, we can get it done next week. But yeah, so I guess we might as well just open up the podcast to, like I said, whatever you guys want to talk about. A lot of people are talking about the worst Power Rangers series up in here, so we might as well start with that, going around the room. Like I said, I stopped after Time Force, so my opinions on the series really, like, I have no say in what they've done since. But a lot of people tell me there are a lot of really bad series that have come out since. I saw someone in the comments saying Megaforce, and that was an anniversary series.
Oh my God.
So can you guys talk about that for a little bit?
I'll put it like this. When it came to Nickelodeon showing the Power Rangers, I had stopped after Samurai. I stopped watching full time after Samurai. And the only reason I even bothered trying to watch Megaforce because somebody told me that that's when they were going to do the Great War. Now, those that watch Super Sentai know the Super Sentai's Great War had every Sentai possible all going hand in one large fight. Under the assumption that, okay, this is going to be the Power Rangers version of it. No. No, they literally, this whole war, and I don't know if y'all remember the commercials, but they had Tommy in the front talking about the return of the original Green Ranger and all that. They had these people come out here and just them holding their helmets, and then the whole fight was literally the Sentai footage. Just, bruh, I was so mad. I was so done after that. It's like I don't know what Nickelodeon is showing now, but
God damn! Was this what they showed on like fucking Good Morning America? Is this the shit with the white pants?
Not sure. I can't see.
No. I'm looking on my phone right now. It's like the pants are like hella white.
I think that they had like all like white pants and only like tops were colored.
God, why do they look like fucking band geeks? Ew.
It was supposed to have like a pirate theme, I think, didn't it?
Yeah, that was the one. So it was after Megaforce. What was it, Super Megaforce? I think.
Yeah. Well, the Great War thing, I think, was like the bridge from Megaforce.
Yeah. But either way, they screwed it up, man. I was.
Yeah, I do gotta say too. That's one thing that's like mad annoying now, and the fact that they just make like a really long season and then split it in half: Megaforce and then Super Megaforce, Samurai, Super Samurai, Dino Charge, Super Dino Charge. Come on, just stop.
They go slick, man.
Good lord.
But Megaforce, I watched like a few episodes of it when it first premiered. I felt no desire to keep watching.
Yeah. Damn, it's not even that old. It's only a couple of years ago. What the fuck?
Bruh, I was so done. I was
like Samurai almost did that to me just because of the weird way they started it, where like they showed episodes like out of sequence. But the performances, they were also kind of eh. But the fight choreography was actually decent in that series, so I kept watching. And that is one series where even though it started out pretty weak, it got demonstrably better as it went on.
Mm-hmm.
And Samurai, honestly, by the end, it's technically, I guess, Super Samurai, but I don't play that. Actually turned out
Super Human Samurai.
No, God, I missed that shit. But it honestly wasn't bad. It actually got good. It was a decent Power Rangers series again, so that was a plus for me.
I'm just.
But yeah, Megaforce is just pretty bad.
But long story, the money of it, man, the Great War, and they screwed.
I know.
They screwed that.
Like when they were hyping that before the season even started, as I recall.
I mean, all the commercials, watch every Ranger, every Power Rangers show up, and it was like, okay, maybe 6 or 7 original actors showed up. The rest of the Rangers just had their helmets on still. So, and even then, most of the people you seen show up, like Wes from obviously Tommy was standing in the front as the Green Ranger because apparently he just has like a roller dial for which color he wants to use. Cause so he chose to be the Green Ranger in this fight or whatever. I want to say Carter from Lightspeed Rescue, some Lost Galaxy, right? Like basically they all showed up, and you didn't see any of them fight so much out of the Sentai footage. They basically cut out anything that wasn't adapted in the Power Rangers. So
Okay.
it was so janky, man. I was furious. So if you want to look at it from a filming standpoint, they got all those people to come out there and just record lines holding their helmets, the before and after of the fight.
Oh God, that does sound fucking janky. Oh my God,
that is so janky.
So Glory says Megaforce wasted those guest past Rangers cameos. They barely even got to do anything. No wonder some of the actors passed up on the offer. I don't blame them. Oh, that's depressing, man. Man, you know what this kind of reminds me of? Fucking Tales of Hysteria. That was supposed to be an anniversary game too. Man, Fugass Tales game.
That game was garbage.
That game was. I thought that game was aight for like 20 hours. Then I was like, oh, can't play this anymore. This is boring. This is boring. Can't touch this. Oh God.
So so chat. What would be to you guys? What is the best Power Rangers?
Oh no, they're gonna be here all fucking night, bro.
I know. That's exactly. I know exactly. I want to see.
Let's go keep them occupied. Let them.
Dude, it's gonna be a toss up between Time Force. Listen, Time Force better be in that top 3. That's all I'm fucking saying. That's all I'm saying, yo. Space Dino Thunder time. Yo, no. Look, can I? I have a question. As a lapsed Power Rangers fan, why do all these fucking titles sound the same? Fucking like Jungle Fury, Wild Force, Ninja Storm.
Well, because the thing is, a lot of them do copy similar things.
Man, I just
Wild Force, I believe, was so titled because at one point they were actually considering it as a continuation of Time Force.
Oh yeah, they had that crossover, right?
Well, I mean, they were going to do the same cast and everything. They were thinking about going back to like the Zord days, where it's like an ongoing plot line, same cast. The Time Force was so popular and the cast was so popular and they got along so well that they actually were considering.
Bro, that would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy,
bro.
Bobby, you all right? He says, shout out to 1.5 and 2.5 broken in a Japanese release.
Excuse me, sir, but Square Enix is going to patch it.
I mean, they did, but it doesn't matter because how do you break games that are already done?
Excuse me, sir, they lost the code for the original games. How the fuck, nigga? The amount of times they re-released Kingdom Hearts, how did they lose the original code?
Mustard.
Yo, all right. Here's a question. Here's a question that people have been pointing out. So y'all know about the Super Sentai and stuff. Apparently, they have like a movie for each season or something like that.
Yeah, it's a mini movie. It's kind of like a glorified like double episode sort of.
Oh, okay. So
with a higher, it's like OVAs in anime where it's got like a higher production value and a higher. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Someone was saying, what are the chances that they'll replicate that over here if the storytelling gets better and more popular?
Well, if this movie does well, I can actually see them potentially taking that risk. Like even if it's just a straight to video or straight to digital or whatever release,
right?
They'd be more willing to do it. I think. Just because, I mean, honestly, part of this whole thing part of the reason they're even doing this movie is it's a glorified commercial for the TV series. I mean,
True.
they're trying to point people back to the TV. There's a surprising amount of people, even in their target demographic, that don't even know that Power Rangers is still on the air.
Yo, bro.
Wait, it is?
Yeah, bro. That was me a few years ago. I had no idea they were still showing Power Rangers.
It is still going.
I have not watched TV, like actually, like like flip through like an actual TV channel, like in a good minute. I did not know Power Rangers were still on the air.
Ain't they on like Jungle Ninja something?
Ninja Steel.
Ninja Steel.
What the fuck is a Ninja Steel?
Well, it's like a Beyblade.
Yeah, basically. I mean, let's go ahead and be real. Power Rangers are usually what? Animals, more than likely dinosaurs, ninjas, or cops.
Oh, cops.
Like it's always one of the three.
I think the Time Cop was the best one.
I mean, SPU wasn't horrible though. I mean, that was.
What about Lightspeed? Lightspeed Rescue though.
I still got a special place about Lightspeed Rescue, man. It's like
I
I got through most of Lightspeed Rescue actually. On Netflix.
That was I had that game on the N64, man.
And then you get that co-op going, bruh.
That game was.
And then remember, because they had so many Zords, you got to choose between like 2 or 3 Zords.
Yeah, that game.
Which one you want? Which one are we talking about now?
Lightspeed Rescue.
Game.
Oh, I never got to play that. I do remember though the Super Nintendo game, the Mighty Morphin one, and the fighting game that they put out.
I'd never played that fighting game. I was just
you know what? I might actually have a way to help you fix that. But.
Damn, bro! I remember that Lightspeed Rescue game, bro.
That used to be the business right there, and I remember how much sleep I lost trying to jump through all those hoops to unlock the Titanium Rangers.
Oh, bro, I'm trying to remember was it a mission where you had to pilot something and did you have to like rescue civilians or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, they had like objectives in there, I believe. But man, that game was business. But I liked it. This season, I was like, and Carter the Red Ranger, I guess because he reminded me so much of Cap in a way. It was like he really resonated.
Yeah, man.
His acting also is a case of something that gets better over time.
Yeah.
There you go.
But man, go ahead.
Well, to me, it makes sense. You know, a lot of the actors that they cast for these things, you know, this is like their first real role in something.
True.
So, like, when they start out, they're going to be pretty rough. And then as time goes by and they get, you know, more and more experience, you know, by the end of the show, they're significantly better. Most of the time. And I qualify that because there are times that really is not true. But
hey, sir.
I am sorry that kid was like the worst thing. But
I don't blame you.
Yo, address the comments real quick. Yes, the Titanium Ranger was dope. Completely dope.
Titanium Ranger, god damn.
This is crazy because it's like that was America made that Ranger, so that's why you barely saw him. Was because there is no Sentai footage.
Didn't the concept of the Battleizer armor actually originate here too?
I want to say so.
I thought it like the first time it happened. I think was in space, wasn't it?
Yeah,
in space.
Andros went like a ascended ranger. His suit got all swole.
Super Saiyajin and Angel.
Oh, God.
I'm telling you, man, I remember like I don't know how his suit got swole. He had a pack on the suit and he had like these steel wings and stuff. Like, bro, what's going on?
Yo, it's the future right there, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, fam.
Yeah, man, the Titanium Rangers, they had to keep making excuses for why he never fought.
Yeah. See, that's why people... Well,
he was like always captured or his morph was busted.
Well, people do not understand the shoestring budget that these series were made on a lot of times because he was a completely original. Well, here's what you got to understand too: Lightspeed Rescue being like one of the first series that was completely disconnected from the original stuff. A lot of people did not take to that very well, so it was kind of floundering. And I mean, the shoestring budget that they have to work with, the reason that they couldn't show the Titanium Ranger fight too much is because he was an American-made Ranger. So they did not have Sentai footage to fall back on to show him fighting. So it meant that they had to, use a lot of time and filming and hire extras and everything to specifically shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had to come up with excuses as to why he wasn't there that much because their budget was so tiny they could not afford to do anything else.
You gotta wonder how much money each episode costs. Good question.
Well, I'm not sure.
Would you think it's more than like something like the CW show? Like we know each episode of Flash is like $2 to $3 million, something like that.
Get a refund.
Well, yeah.
Especially now, get refunds, especially what they did tonight.
Tell me it cost $3 million for that garbage.
Yeah.
Especially what they did tonight. I know what? I'm glad y'all reminded me. I got to tweet the Flash.
God, what do they do now?
I'm like, nah, that musical was tonight. I need to tell somebody.
That fucking
never do an episode like
you
this.
reminded me. So Grant Gustin's actually going to be at Silicon Valley Comic Con. That's like near my house the upcoming month. And I will legit go. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the guy's a great actor, but
cool.
I just really would just like to just see he has to know that the show is somewhat dropping in quality, right?
Well, I mean, that's the thing when it comes to actors, bro. I mean, look at.
Even if he felt that way, he wouldn't admit it.
Yeah.
Last thing he needed to be recasted.
Can we recast him?
Yeah, they say Barry messed with the past, and now you look different. You're like, what'd you do to yourself, Barry?
It's a good question.
I still say he should have been cast as a live-action Flash in the movies.
I mean,
obviously before the movie.
Well, you mean as opposed to the animated Flash in the movie?
Whoa, guys! We're getting into
Yeah, we need to.
Oh yeah, back to Rangers.
Well, no, I mean we're technically on topic. I mean, did you see that suit?
Oh god,
yeah, that is true. I mean,
wait, wasn't there a Justice League Power Rangers crossover?
Yeah, the comic. So there, see, yeah,
still going on, right? Hey,
we on point.
No.
There we go.
The comic is actually very entertaining. I'm actually looking forward for that to get.
Oh, really? More. I was expecting it to, because I'm from what a good number of sometimes when comics cross over, they're not kind of good depending on them, but that's cool.
Yeah, well, this comic is kind of, it was solid, and now it's a little more hit and miss.
I mean, they're playing it safe right now, but it's so far neither side is well, first of all, they haven't had a full-on fight. Although it was kind of funny to see Batman, just force Zach down to the ground. I was like, it's because he's the Black Ranger, ain't he? He just he literally put Zach down like he was about to arrest him. He wrenched his arm and forced his helmet down to the ground.
What the?
Wow, that's some bad optics there, Larvis.
I just thought of it. But the only reason I thought it, that's why I said you making it what is not. Though. I said beforehand it's like he was about to arrest him.
Well, maybe he'll from Sean King, the totally not White Ranger.
I get it.
No, but here's actually a good question.
Whoa.
If there was going to be imagine a AAA Power Rangers game, who would you want to make it?
Rob, I swear to God, you better not say who I think you're going to say.
This also goes for
chat. They broke my chat.
If there was a AAA Power Rangers game, who would you guys want to make it?
Ooh, okay.
Rockstar.
No.
What? How the fuck you gonna get on me for my opinion?
I ain't seen. Look, I will give Rockstar credit, but this is not an area for them.
Yo, why not? Why not?
Well, they just haven't ever done anything remotely like that, you know?
It's called San Andreas, sir.
Yeah, I've seen it, sadly.
Yo, he's seen that hot coffee.
All right, so we got 2 answers saying
He's seen the hot coffee, and he like, no.
We got 2 people saying platinum. I mean, I think platinum maybe. Okay, I feel that they kind of redeemed themselves a little bit when you're
not if they're working on licensed games. Not if they're working on licensed games. They have not.
I mean, I don't want no cell shaded extravaganza. I want that to be a full game.
Oh,
so you want photorealistic then?
Yeah, get that
Okay. Okay, if you want a photorealistic, then yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. It just depends. Okay, I wouldn't mind platinum, but it would have to be directed by somebody, you know,
new blood.
Because one reason Nier turned out so great is because Yoko Taro directed it.
You're right. That man, the goat.
Yeah, Yoko. That's why. Some people say Rocksteady, like from the Batman games.
I mean, maybe saying that for the combat, I could see, but I don't know. Need a little bit more flash.
This would actually be cool. I'm trying to think because there's like, because I really don't have one.
Honestly, in terms of combat, one of the devs that I wouldn't mind seeing tackle it was United Front, the guys who did Sleeping Dogs.
Yo, that's yo.
I mean, they managed to
bad.
do like an open world kind of game, and they incorporated weapons pretty well. They incorporated, some pretty decent martial arts.
I have a good developer. I
think if you give them a little more like money. And
what about the guy Sega from Yakuza?
Well, Yakuza. The thing about Yakuza is that it works the way it does because it's like comedically over the top, and it's also kind of I don't want to say enclosed.
It is. No, you can say.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like arenas, really, where everything's set, and because of that, the scope of the budget's a lot smaller. Now, maybe if you give that same team like the resources, I'd have to see, but.
I got the perfect team.
Who?
Sucker Punch.
Oh, they would not be too bad.
You see, that's all I'm saying.
No, you know who we clearly need to give this.
Ninja Theory.
BioWare.
Boy.
Yo, Chris, you don't even know what almost happened to you, man.
What?
They have let me down.
Ninja Theory, man.
Yo,
Ninja Theory does not need to touch anything.
Hey, how about Team Ninja?
Team Ninja? No, I'm tired of the fucking move. So well, if they make it like Neo, super hard.
What? Wait, are you thinking of the same people?
You're
thinking about Megaforce.
No. Team Ninja did Neo, right?
Yeah, but you said Muso.
They don't do Muso, man.
Yeah. Are you sure? I'm sure they worked on a Muso. They didn't.
No. They did Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive.
That's what I was about to say.
I
had Ninja Gaiden.
I get confused because they always work with. Hold on, let me. Why did I confuse them?
Just chill.
No. I'm curious. I'm sure because they've worked with Omega Force before, haven't they?
Maybe.
Yes, they're a division of Koei Tecmo, and Koei Tecmo owns Omega Force. So yeah, there it is. See, that's why.
Okay, Donald Trump.
Yo, listen, these aren't alternative facts. These are real facts.
No, but I think a AAA Power Rangers game would be cool though.
It would be awesome.
Oh, it would be.
Actually, put the amount of faith in it that it deserves.
Yeah.
True. How about Power Rangers game by Naughty Dog? Let's get it.
I love Naughty Dog, but it turned out to be like an unmorphed drama.
Okay. All right. I got. Okay, listen. Here we go, Danny. Here we go. You're gonna love this, Danny. This one. Okay. You know what? This one might not be a bad idea. Because they're in the experimental phase right now. A Power Rangers game from Insomniac.
You know, depending on what they do with Spider-Man.
I mean, they already working on that Spider-Man.
Yo, I need some more info on that shit.
But that could be.
Well, I mean, the thing is about that Spider-Man game, Insomniac's been wanting to show stuff, and they know people want to see stuff, and they keep having to say, you know, no, we can't show anything yet. We can't show anything yet. It's the Marvel folks. They don't want them showing anything that don't look like really
good
because they don't want any kind of like bad reputation spreading about this game.
Good. Okay. Okay, God. You know, worst possible scenario, there is one developer who'd probably get the project, and just because of their relationship with Bandai Namco, it'd probably be CyberConnect 2.
Please.
I know.
So that's the thing, man. It's like I want to push Power Rangers into a whole new area. I want to be taken seriously.
Were you tired of like the grunt work?
Like, man, it's like my first thought if I heard that a Power Ranger game was coming to like the PS4.
What the fuck is this?
Wait, what?
Never mind.
Nah, I was gonna say, like, you know, if I just go off my thought and just picture Power Rangers game coming on PS4 or whatever, I could just see someone doing a cell shaded slasher where every ranger has different types of weapons. Like, I want it to be taken seriously.
Man, if only.
Matt, you remember those rare movie-based games that we used to get, where it's like, you know, you're used to them being absolute crap, but every once in a while you get one that was just freaking amazing.
This is awkward as hell.
What?
I'm on PSN right now, and somebody on my friend list has their profile picture fucking that shill from Kind of Funny, Tim Geddes.
What?
I don't know why, but it's scary.
Wait, is he the one who?
It's that nigga nobody likes, the Nintendo shill.
Oh yeah.
The one who's not Greg, basically.
Yeah.
Wait.
You know what? That channel can just.
Well,
someone said Bethesda for a Power Rangers game. Oh, please, no.
The glitches are part of the experience.
Fall right through the Zord, get stomped to death, and they'd say, "Well, it's part of the experience."
Nah, you know,
that's a joke.
See that Zord? You can climb on it.
Yo, you stupid. You climb the Zord.
Yo, you know what would be hype as hell?
What?
Actual physics in a Bethesda game?
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes. That is true. But yeah, honestly, I'd say if they did come up with one, it'd probably be CyberConnect 2, worst case scenario, fucking Omega Force. I'm tired of Muso games.
I'm just saying it could work. It could.
Well, let me just say you want to have it be taken seriously.
I know. I'm just saying though that worst case scenario would still at least be an entertaining game.
Someone in the comments said some fuck shit. They said the team from Mighty Number 9.
Yo, you need to chill, please.
Hey, you need to close this video.
Yo, get this man out. Yo, get this man out the chat.
Okay, Trenton,
restart your computer here.
Trenton, I'm gonna let you slide on that one, but say some fuck shit again, man.
He said it's better than nothing.
Oh God.
I mean, but there are actually some Kamen Rider games that I think that were made by Omega Force, but it just never got localized.
Fuck, ew.
Oh! While we're on the topic, real quick, before we actually, get back on topic. While we're on the topic of potential game developers,
Deep Silver,
and I did bring up Sleeping Dogs. Y'all know about that movie, right?
Yeah, apparently it's.
Y'all know that. Yeah, y'all know that. From what I'm hearing right now, they're saying it's supposed to be a sequel to the game.
Why?
And well, given who's playing the lead, that doesn't surprise me.
But a sequel to the game, though. But
hey, no. The only reason I'll mess with that is if they put Donnie Yen in another game. If they made another game afterwards, they put him in it.
Donnie Yen is Wei Shen would be actually pretty.
I love him so much, but why is it a sequel?
Bro, what if they put him in the next game though?
Well, I've heard that hasn't been confirmed yet.
I mean, well, let's go ahead and be real. Donnie Yen has done how many Sleeping Dog movies in his career?
All of them.
Like for real, he's done so many already. I mean, they could literally do, and I'm not saying I'm a fan of this, but if they could just take one of his more obscure movies and just switch the name to Sleeping Dogs and bring it over to America.
Dude. Think about this. Donnie Yen as Lord Zed.
Oh.
With that staff.
A Power Rangers Persona game.
No.
An RPG? That'd be interesting.
I mean, I wouldn't mind an RPG. I don't know if a Persona style one.
No, I'm dead serious.
Flashy.
I'm dead serious though. Donnie Yen is Lord Zed.
That's not a bad pick, to be honest.
Wielding that staff around.
And that laugh.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I can see, I mean, well then, ain't none of the Rangers.
Maybe for a sequel. Maybe they might do Lord Zed in the sequel.
I mean, I don't know. That brings up another question, man. How quick until they do all this? It's like you got a lot of story to cover, yo.
Dude, seriously.
Oh, somebody said that if they were to make a AAA Power Rangers game, it should just be an original story and not based off of anything from Sentai or.
That's too much groundwork. That's way too much groundwork.
Yeah, that's way too much. You'd have to create an entirely unique mythology. And the thing is, even though the different, one of the things about Power Rangers is that even if the series are separate, they are still connected by certain parts of lore, like the Morphin Grid. Stuff like that. So they'd have to at least rely on it somewhat.
So. Well, yeah, Chris. Odds are, if there was a Power Rangers game, it would be made by Omega Force because they've already done Kamen Rider games that haven't been localized. So. Man, if they made a Persona Muso, you buy it. So we better.
No.
Man, he's tired of it, man.
Listen, I love Dragon. I love Dragon Quest. But I didn't buy that fucking Muso full price. I got that bitch for $15.
We gotta get back on track here, fellas.
All right. Next question.
All Power Rangers related.
True. Let's see. Okay. I'm probably gonna think up a question real quick.
I got
Was
one.
there ever a point where y'all kind of felt like, you know what, I'm done with this shit for good? And did you ever have a series that reignited your love for the franchise?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
Danny, was there ever a moment? State the moment where you felt like you were gonna give up, like I'm done with this shit.
Turbo.
Which one?
Turbo. I was done.
Damn, that soon?
That was so stupid. The concept was stupid. Watching them run around with these little go-karts while knocking over, the minions was stupid. It just no. It was and the kid morphing into a freaking adult.
You can wait to bring
by having
that
the kid's voice. That was an idea that was in Sentai that should have stayed in Sentai because it was stupid even in Sentai. They needed to. No, and it wasn't even in this Sentai series. Now they had to steal it from the. The Sentai equivalent that did that.
There you go.
Was the freaking White Ranger in Power Rangers. Yep. Yeah, in his Sentai counterpart was a kid that morphed into an adult body, and was also slightly pervy toward that series, Pink Ranger, even though he was only 10, 12.
Did you say pervy?
So it was kind of pervy. Like he was. There were a couple times he tried to grab her butt.
What the fuck?
But see that's what I mean. The Sentai version of Turbo is a comedy, and it's open about it. This, they tried to take the comedy series and make it serious, and it's no, just not. And I did. I quit for a while. I didn't even see In Space. I didn't even see Lost Galaxy. I didn't even see Lightspeed Rescue. I only found Time Force completely by accident because I was actually homesick from school one day and Fox Kids came on.
Damn.
And that would be the one that majorly reignited my love for the series.
Nice. Rob?
Man, me, let's see here. See, one thing about me is that Power Rangers was my life. So as long as I knew when it came on, I watched everything. I watched everything from Mighty Morphin, and I think the last full season I watched may have been Dino Thunder. After that, I was watching bits and pieces. But I think it was around, and it probably wasn't even Mystic Force's fault. But I think I just got fatigued, and I think around Mystic Forces when I actually stopped, and I didn't even watch again until when Samurai started, because it was a big deal that Saban had got the Power Rangers back from Disney, and
Right.
it was supposed to be this big Power Ranger resurrection, and they were supposed to let you know that because they brought back the Go Go Power Rangers thing. You thought it was about to be lit, and I started Samurai and I finished it, and I just stopped again.
Damn. Okay.
But I need to just jump back real quick to what Danny's talking about with Turbo. Also, it was just kind of goofy that they drove around in cars, and then their Zord was bigger cars.
Big.
And then, well, okay, I should probably clarify. I have a couple of points where I dropped it and then picked it back up. I did drop it after Time Force, Wild Force. I really did not like, so I could skip that. Waited for the next season though, which was I think the next one after that was Ninja Storm, wasn't it?
I just remember stopping at Ninja Storm.
I picked up Ninja Storm. Ninja Storm was pretty decent, although it's one of those cases where I really wish they'd let the actress playing the Blue Ranger use her accent and just say, "Hey, look, an exchange student," because she could not hide it for crap, and when she tried to, it came out so bad.
Ooh. What accent did she have?
Well, she had a New Zealand accent. I mean, they were filming in New Zealand, so it makes sense. But just say it's an exchange student or something if you're trying to pass it off as American. Nobody would object.
Yeah.
Buy it. It happens, or they immigrated something.
Yeah.
But trying to make her hide it was just so bad. Ninja Storm, though, it was decent. There were some kind of goofy parts to it, honestly. But
Hey,
it was okay.
the Thunder Rangers was dope though.
Yeah, the Thunder Buddy.
Thunder Buddy.
Well, I mean, it was interesting too because he had like a double, sixth Ranger thing going on there. Except they were the final two before the sixth. It's the chat knows what I'm talking about. Chris probably has absolutely no freaking idea.
No, I'm playing the Witcher. I'm playing the Witcher 3 right now, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
the disrespect, man. It's fine.
Yo, I'm multitasking, nigga.
The disrespect.
The fuck. Yo, don't act like this nigga Jamil ain't on his fourth Nier playthrough. Like, come on now.
Disrespect.
Thank you.
Both of y'all.
This dude over here, I see him on PSN, Nier Automata. Exactly.
Well, anyway, after that,
Ninja Storm. What kind of name is Ninja Storm?
Well, ninjas and their powers were elemental based.
But what separates that from Ninja Steel?
Well, for one thing, Ninja Storm came first. But for another, while their powers are elemental, their powers are based off of a meteorite that crashed Earth.
You see that just happened to be about ninjas too.
These fucking names, man. I swear to God.
But real quick though, I did like how Ninja Storm had like the different schools, even though you didn't get to see all the Rangers. Like the Ninja Storm, they were the Wind School, and the Thunder Rangers was from the Thunder School. But the rest of their Rangers, they got kidnapped, so you never know. They probably did have more, but they were just
Thunder Ranger.
Can I just say though that I to this day find it funny how Japan has this thing about referring to an electrical element as a thunder element.
Yeah, they like thunder. I noticed that. Yeah.
What it's actually like. It's like
I know, right?
I don't know why that. Look at Pokemon for crying out loud. Thunder Shock. But anyway, after that I think was Dino Thunder, which shockingly had nothing to do with electricity. But
Why the fuck they call it Dino Thunder?
Dino Thunder was great. It really was. It was a nice callback to MMPR. It was, it had a pretty dang cool villain. I'm not gonna lie. He was another one who kind of reminded me of Rancic in that he was not afraid to go out and get his own hands dirty at times.
Ooh.
And he was like a legitimate imposing threat.
Yeah.
Creepy
looking as all hell.
After that, I can't remember what came after Dino Thunder.
Yeah, that's one.
Oh wait, no, that was SPD, right?
Yeah, SPD. Yeah,
I need to rewatch that because I barely remember it. And then after that, though, I think came was that then Mystic Force? Or?
Wasn't the chat? Y'all gotta help us. But I do remember finishing SPD. So SPD was the last full season I watched.
I remember though Operation Overdrive. Operation Overdrive was one of those things where it's like, boy, and I thought Turbo was bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, Turbo was still bad, and Turbo was absurd. But Operation Overdrive was like Turbo on steroids. There was like no real set villain. There was like multiple different minor villains that were, in conflict with each other as well as them, and they tried to make a thing out of that, and it really didn't work. And then to top it off, they had the absolute gall to actually feature Rita and Zed's son, and have Adam come back.
Yep.
Which I don't understand that because he's got the old black MMPR outfit, but like didn't they try to imply that it was like all the original guys in the Great War?
Yeah.
So wouldn't that have been, was the black one in there?
There's a Power Ranger series
called So wouldn't that have been Zach there? So what, are they sharing the coin or?
Yeah, apparently I don't know who did it, but apparently somehow all the Mighty Morphin Morphers have apparently been fixed. So maybe Zach is walking around with his own Morpher still. But
I don't.
Literally when they collected, but literally when they collected the Rangers for that special, they just went and found them, and they all had their powers already.
Yeah,
it
just went weird. And
got the different Rangers.
And it kind of bit off of Lightspeed Rescue too, and that all the Zords were like based on rescue equipment.
That's so stupid.
Like a fire truck.
And yet their mentor or whatever was like some futuristic looking cyber knight. It was. I don't even know what all was going on in that show. I just remember it sucked so bad.
The only episode I watched was that crossover.
But then after that came Jungle Fury, and that one honestly was surprisingly good. It did some really weird stuff, but overall managed to keep me, mostly interested and entertained, and I liked the cast.
I couldn't with that one. I couldn't even give them a chance. When they was morphing with shades, I couldn't.
Morphing, so they put glasses on or something?
I know the morpher thing seems weird, but honestly, if you watch the show, it's pretty decent. I would encourage you to just, watch it on Netflix, maybe give it a chance.
Okay, so now I got this is something that someone brought
up. And then after that was...
hold up, Danny. Chris trying to say something.
Okay.
Somebody brought this up in the chat a while ago. Do you ever think at some point, granted with the success of the movie and everything, that we'll get a completely outside Japan produced Power Ranger series with no influence from the Sentai?
No.
Wait, what?
Basically a Power Ranger series that doesn't rely on the Sentai.
Yeah, would they make their own?
That's not something that they'd ever have the budget to do, unfortunately. Plus, I think it's actually part of the deal that they have to at least kind of, adapt the Sentai stuff.
Yeah,
I'm curious, how much does Japan spend on an episode?
Oh well, Japan spends a bit more, but it's a bigger thing there. It's a bigger market.
they got it licked, man. Like
But I mean, look
Super
at the
Sentai.
Kamen Rider stuff that they put out. Look
Super
at that.
Sentai and Kamen Rider is
Super,
huge over
Super
there.
Sentai and Kamen Rider was like has been the MCU out there for like 50 years.
Yes,
It has. It really has. It's crazy how they try to connect all that stuff.
It's
That's
like for all that mess is connected
Yeah,
out there.
Ultraman too. Like
I still have no
during,
idea. I still have no idea what a
which
fucking.
series was it? Tiga, where they had like people from like way back in Ultraman actually come back.
Yeah, yeah.
They were like old and gray even, and they still had them come back, and they did their transformations.
No fucking idea what a fucking Kamen Rider and Ultraman is. Like,
Okay, Chris, Kamen Rider actually has come to the States before. Do you recall perhaps a TV show when you were young, or hearing about a TV show when you were younger called Masked Rider?
no,
Seen toys for it? Anything?
no.
If you see the picture, I'm sure
was
you
Kamen
recognize it.
Rider. I think it was Kamen Rider Black they were trying to do with that.
Nah, never seen it. I hear
I'm
a lot
sure
of
if you
people
see-
talk about it though.
I'm sure if you see a picture, you might recognize it.
Oh yeah, but they did try to bring it here.
Yeah, and then
They kind
tried
of botched it though.
yeah, and they tried to cross it over with the Power Rangers and stuff.
Yeah, I gotta say though, the translation was. It actually might have sounded more like a superhero if they hadn't fully translated the names. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like Kamen Rider literally translates to Masked Rider. It's like it sounds less cool.
Yeah, they thought they were clever though. However, I may be in the minority. I don't know how many people actually watched when they did Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. That was pretty dope.
No. What the ew? This old fucking ghoul shit. And she wants me to tell her a rhyme or she'll kill me. I'll be like, yo, not interested, bitch.
What? Negro, what?
I'm playing The Witcher 3.
Oh god, come on!
Yo, what the fuck? It's called multitasking.
You know what? Every time I ask you to multitask, and the other time you won't do it. So,
Like, game one time.
let's see here. Hey, do you have time to talk? Nope, playing the game. Oh, you can't multitask?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, but we're podcasting. You over here want to talk about the significance of fucking cheese on rye bread when toasted.
Man, actually, I was want to talk
What?
about significant personal information during a personal crisis.
Oh, God. Danny,
No,
really?
no, I see how it is. I see how it is.
All right, fam.
I'm about to just drop my shield and walk away.
Yeah, you might as well. you come back from one more movie and you gone. I'm about to be the new Cap.
Oh, hey, Danny,
What?
didn't you say that there's already a canon sequel to the Power Rangers movie in comic book form?
Yeah, unless they do what a lot of movies do and decide that, hey, since anything written and now we want to write something, but we want to use ideas that contradict your comic, it's not canon anymore. Yeah, it's technically canon.
Oh, wow.
It's canon as of the in that sense, it's like loosely canon. Like it incorporates everything that happened in the movie as like canon to this comic. Whether they will consider it canon moving forward if they make a sequel or something, I don't know.
Yeah,
But,
no, we had the Fox box in the States. I just never heard of this fucking show.
Oh, I don't think it was. Oh, you're talking about the 4Kids block that they gave it cutesy names to disguise the fact that it's 4Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Kamen Rider. Did they try to bring Kamen Rider again?
I don't know. I thought that's what y'all said. I thought it was called The Masked Rider.
Oh no, Masked Rider was something that was on Fox Kids like back when I was like 8.
Yeah.
So that wasn't Kamen Rider?
No, that was Kamen Rider.
It was. They tried to change the name, but they did do another Kamen Rider a few years ago.
Oh, was that one of those really lame attempts at just dubbing over? No.
Nah, they actually went over it pretty well. They actually recasted the human.
Yeah, this nigga looking like Ant-Man.
I didn't see that one.
He looks like Ant-Man.
Yes.
What the fuck?
They did do that to Ultraman, though, and they kind of.
Bro, he looks like Ant-Man.
Yeah, he does. kind of.
Yeah. But yeah,
I mean, I'm actually surprised nobody made any kind of Kamen Rider mashups. But
I remember people were saying like, it looks like Kamen Rider, and I'm like, oh.
which may actually explain why Ant-Man was actually fairly popular in Japan.
Oh, there you go.
they do like something that draws some kind of parallel or just reminds them of something.
Yo, I'm looking at this photo. All Kamen Riders.
I mean, we all know why Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that's they dude out there. They love Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is like Superman who in terms of popularity.
What's a Batman?
Somebody go out there with a Batman shirt, they'd be like, are you the Spider-Man?
Spider-Man? I'm surprised they didn't do a Spider-Man Dragon Ball crossover.
Yo.
Like, for crying out loud, they did a series that was supposed to be exclusively based on the Avengers movies, and they still had to put Spider-Man in it, even though at the time he wasn't even in the MCU stuff.
I remember they did a Spider-Man.
Because he was so popular.
A friend of mine sent me a photo, and it was Spider-Man posing with Sentai Rangers, and I didn't know if that was just like a fan photo, or did they actually do a crossover?
I'm honestly not sure.
I know they did a Spider-Man Attack on Titan.
I do know, though, that the Spider-Man series actually is the reason they eventually incorporated the Megazords.
Exactly.
That is so crazy.
Marvel, yo. That was the dude. Yo, Spider-Man was it was so amazing, yo. I literally binge watched it.
But here we are getting off topic.
Well, it is, as Danny would say, it is still on topic.
Yeah, technically. Maybe a little.
He had a Megazord, so.
Yeah, so there you go.
Okay, we brought it back. Anyway, Jungle Fury I actually thought was pretty decent. RPM is actually surprisingly good. Although I think at times it tries to be a little too serious and then has to fall back a little bit. But that's like a minor thing. It's actually it's a solid series.
Oh, there you go.
And Samurai, like I said, started out kind of weak, but I grew to like it quite a bit by the end.
Okay.
Mega Force, just no. Yeah. And Dino Charge.
These fucking names.
Yeah. Hold up.
Dino Charge. The thing that irks me about that is that everything is literally a battery. The batteries are how they power their morphers, their Zords. They summon them by popping in a big old it's like a double A for the morpher, but then it's like these D cell for the Zord, and the way the Zords come in even is kind of you can tell that they've declined on the quality of the Zords in the series in order to be able to make the toys more cheaply.
They look like Bakugan.
Yeah, it's like you remember.
I remember.
Yeah, that was one problem I had with Samurai. The Megazord though was pretty freaking. But like, it's like going from those like figures of like art that used to be out there, the action figures, the dinosaurs with like the chunks you could take out for like battle damage.
Yeah.
It went from like that level of quality with the Zords, to being like those little toys you used to have where you pull the trigger and the little T-Rex head on it would snap open and close.
Yeah,
like that quality. Like you could tell that they're doing this to save money on the toy end too.
Good lord.
But like the thing that gets me though is the batteries. That's like the biggest thing about Dino. That and the fact that one of the characters is a literal caveman that has somehow survived, and then
There's
one of them
is a Power Ranger.
And some of the new characters that they then later introduced, I didn't like so much.
Wait, is a caveman a Power Ranger?
I wouldn't say it's like a bad suit. Yeah, one of them was a caveman that like got frozen and then thawed years later.
All right. I gotta address this, man. Who sits and thinks doing stuff like that is actually so smart? Because this reminds me, if we can jump back 1 second, back to Wild Force. When the Naku I told you about, when they broke his curse and he became the hidden warrior, which meant sixth ranger, of course. He was like 1,000 years old or whatever, and his morpher was a cell phone, and yet he knew how to use it.
Huh.
That annoyed the crap out of me.
Nah,
Like,
bro, that reminds me of fucking when I was rewatching Time Force. How the hell does this dude know the fucking chance when he's transforming? That makes no fucking sense.
Man, another interesting thing to note about Dino Charge is that the lead is apparently played by Latin Zac Efron.
Oh?
I kid you not. That guy, when he smiles, he in some scenes looks exactly like Zac Efron.
What was this? Power Rangers what?
Dino Charge. It's weird. But Ninja Steel, I haven't.
Oh, you wait. Hold on. I'm zooming in.
Oh no,
Oh yeah, you're right. He kind of looks like a young Dean Cain.
Well, it depends. It's literally all about the angle. Like, I had a screenshot where he was a dead ringer for Zac Efron. I kid you not.
These suits look so ugly though.
Yeah, the suits aren't too pretty, but
bro,
they're not the worst they've ever had.
What do you think's the worst?
Oh god, the worst Power Ranger suits, honestly.
Time Force was the best.
Well, I love Time Force, but I gotta admit the Lost Galaxy suits were pretty snazzy. But
yeah, Lost Galaxy was whack, you.
Yeah, it was, but the suits were on.
It was that whole season. There's a friend
really?
in the chat right now. I hate that season. I hate Lost Galaxy.
Someone said it was the best.
Okay, yeah, slow down. If I had to pick a suit set that I thought was the worst, oh, I don't know. I mean, I might go Operation Overdrive just because number one, I'm petty, and number two, they were kind of.
He said I'm petty.
Yeah, you petty as hell, man.
Oh yeah, those look hella. Nah, yo, yeah, there's too much.
But honestly, well, yeah, that and it reminds you of the Megaforce suits, and those are pretty ugly too. But
yo, I never forget somebody was saying like.
Rob triggered. Someone said Rob triggered.
But if I had to pick an ugliest suit set, honest to God, I would probably have to go with Mystic Force. Those things are just painful to look at. They really are.
I'm looking at that right now.
And the capes and everything.
The thing that distracted me so much, the thing that would distract me so much would be like it'd be during the fights, and sometimes the cape would drape over the helmet.
Are they magicians or something?
Yeah, it's like Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, yeah. Harry Potter Power Rangers.
Yeah, which sounds a lot cooler than it really is. I can assure you.
These characters look stupid.
Wow.
It got goofy right there. Yeah, I couldn't finish that.
Like even have you seen them in their civilian outfits?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
fucking cloaks and shit.
They look like tools, but
bro.
Yeah, I remember when the Red Ranger, when he first got his morpher, it's like his skin cracked or whatever, and then under it he had his sorcerer outfit on.
Bro, like, some of this shit, this comment section's so divided. Someone said Lost Galaxy was the best series. What the fuck are you talking about?
No. Hey, nah, hold up. Lost Galaxy, they made a big deal about their Pink Ranger dying, right? And
someone just brought that up.
And then at the very end, when all is well and done, she just came back to life, like she was in the card graveyard or something, until the game was over. Nah.
Yeah.
The Zords were ugly. That creature.
You want ugly Zords? You look at Zeo. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't mention Zeo.
What's that, like Zeo helmets or something?
Nah. You look at the Zords in Power Rangers Zeo. They are so functionally retarded.
Damn.
Like two of them can't even move. I kid you not. When they summon the Zords, two of them have to be literally carried into battle by two of the others.
What?
Because they are literally just that shoot.
Yeah.
When it comes time to form their ultra, no, do not shield for this now. when it came time to summon their Ultra Zord, the Ultra Zord, mind you, not the Megazord, the Ultra Zord, friggin' Pyramidas, which was literally a flying pyramid, like something right out of Stargate, comes down. All the other Zords run into the back of it and close, and they don't even join with the thing. It's like it just uses them to power itself, and then it turns into this giant thing that doesn't even move except to raise its arms and shoot. That's it. Those Zords are garbage, and anyone who likes them, I'm sorry, you got no taste. None. Go walk. Go take a walk right now. Go. Think about what
he said have several seats.
Oh no, you could have an entire friggin' stadium.
Yeah, I remember the whole thing with. First of all, Pyramidas was huge, and I remember every time he was stood up, they always had to get that shot of the monster looking up. Like,
what was this
I'm
called?
not scared of you.
What was it called? What series was this?
This was Zeo.
Zeo?
Yeah.
It's just called Power Rangers Zeo.
Yeah, this was after Mighty Morphin.
They were powered by the Zeo.
I never watched this, man. I saw
this was right after Mighty Morphin.
I didn't, bro. Literally, I went straight from Mighty Morphin to fucking Lightspeed Rescue.
The Zeo suits, honestly, were kind of. How do I put this? They weren't the worst.
This nigga has a star. Oh my!
Like, yeah, that's what that was telling me. By the way. I could not figure out how they saw through how he saw through his helmet. I really could not. Yeah. And the Yellow Ranger, like, why would you split it in half? And the band is like right where your eyes would be.
Yeah, it's funny. Like every visor,
still not the worst suits.
Every visor had to do this thing where they each had the points relocated to their number. So like, the Pink Ranger had like a spear, and then the Yellow Ranger had an equal sign on her mask. Like,
yeah.
Apparently the Yellow Ranger supported marriage equality on Facebook.
I know, right?
In hindsight, I don't know why people are complaining about the new design for the Zord.
I gotta tell you though, the Gold Zeo Ranger, he was friggin' awesome.
Huh. So in hindsight, I don't see why people are complaining.
It has absolutely nothing to do with who was under that suit.
Hey yo.
Actually, it partly does. I'll admit that. But no, his design was was cool. As the Sixth Ranger design, and as just existing in that show, he was like, honestly, the best looking one.
The Gold Ranger is one of the best looking Rangers. Period.
Yeah, he was cool, and the fact that it was Jason coming back was pretty freaking sweet. I got it.
Yeah.
I wish they would have made it permanent, but I know that whole thing.
Jason was the best, Joe.
Well, honestly, you hear that more about Tommy than Jason. I gotta say.
No, obviously, I'm just parodying people.
I don't.
Yo, you remember that one dude, Danny, who was like, "Well, come on, how do you not like Tommy? If you took a poll right now, Tommy was the best."
God, I remember that. And it's like I'm not even saying I don't like him. I'm saying that I like Jason more than Tommy.
Exactly. Wait, hold up. What?
A couple of years ago, we were talking. I was talking about Time Force and everything, and got into a Power Rangers discussion on Facebook.
Yeah. That time, I had said that I actually liked one of my favorite Rangers at the time. I had said was Wes, and I said that I liked Jason more than I liked Tommy, and apparently somebody blew up over me liking those two more than Tommy.
Oh, but his excuse was, if you took a poll right now, everyone would say that Tommy was the best Ranger. I was like, this nigga just said a poll?
So take a poll. I'm like, people would go off what they remember.
And it's like I even tried to discount JDF and what he did, although I do think that people do associate Power Rangers with him more than with itself.
I don't care what people.
And I think that's negative, but and I do like Tommy. He was a cool character. It was cool that he had some nice character development. He stepped up, but this weird idea that somehow the series was all Tommy all the time. Like, there are people even think who the second that he showed up, he became the new leader. It's like, what?
Nah.
I don't
Like,
care.
even back in his green
People are on
Ranger
that
days.
nigga's nuts 24/7.
Yeah, they are. I always said I was like, man, I'm a Power Rangers fan before I'm a JDF fan.
Well, yeah,
Facts.
I know, and it's like, and it's part of the reason that some of them even crap on Dino Thunder. Some people love it simply because he showed up, and it's like, okay. Other
Yeah,
people hate it because even though he showed up, time because his schedule. See, JDF at the time, I don't want to say that he got a big head because he really didn't. Because if he did, he wouldn't have come back to do that. And I know a lot of people have praised it like that, and it's not exactly true to him, but he had like a lot of scheduling conflicts because he was, he had his own actual, he was trying to start an MMA career at the time, and he was like trying to do like actual acting. I think at the same time, plus con stuff he couldn't cancel. So because of
they
that, when they were
only
filming
did
it,
like 2 movies.
yeah, well, while they were filming it, he couldn't be there, so they had to do an arc where he got stuck inside his suit and couldn't get out, and they just had someone else in the suit and he dubbed it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I remember that because he got sealed in that jewel or whatever, and when they broke him out, he was stuck in his Ranger form.
Yeah,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
one of the sillier, I'm stuck in the suit things, but at least they, in a way it was sillier, but in a way, at least he was like there,
And yeah,
well, there, so.
and then when they had to come back for that crossover at SPD, it wasn't even him. They had somebody else doing the voice. Period.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
So
good.
they specifically got him from the time where he was stuck in the suit. So like somewhere around that time is when the SPD Rangers asked him for help.
Tommy, that's pretty funny.
So yeah, I don't know. I seen people like getting mad that he didn't tank everybody. I was like, nah, he actually played the support role. That's what he was supposed to do.
Which actually was kind of, see, I liked seeing Tommy in like the mentor role because it made sense in terms of the series. I mean, it also kind of acknowledged that he's getting up there in years. He ain't quite as young as he used to be. He can't quite keep up with the kids anymore. But he still taught them. He still trained them. He was still supportive. He did when he had to go out there and whoop some ass.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. I even like how some of the moments where he would call back. Like I never forget that one episode when the monster grew encountered the Red Ranger. He was like, Doctor, oh, you won't believe what just happened. He's like, let me guess. The monster you just defeated is now giant. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I've been through that once or twice. But it was cool. So,
Yeah, it was. It was. But yeah, just I will admit, when I was a kid, I did geek out hard seeing Jason.
Cool.
And so seeing Tommy come back like that was kind of cool.
Nice.
But yeah, it does get old though. How like so many people like they will pick one ranger and one ranger only, or one character, one cast member. And I mean, to be fair, it ain't just him. There are some people who get like that over like Johnny Young Bosch. There are people who get like that over.
Do people really talk about him though like that anymore?
Yeah, they do. They're like obsessed with him, with Adam.
For a while, but not like
No,
now.
I'm not kidding. It's not as big as the whole JDF Tommy thing, but it's there.
yeah. Some would even say, and it is heavily debated, that Johnny Young Bosch, when they would do their unmorphed fights, like he probably did a lot more than JDF sometimes, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's like it's one of those things where it's like there comes a point where you're less a fan of the series and more a fan of the actor.
True.
And that gets annoying, especially when people like bring that into discussions about the series. It's like I understand you like JDF. He's a nice guy. I understand that, but I'm talking about this over here and my preferences, and the fact that you're actually mad that I don't have him ranked as my number one is kind of creeping me out.
Facts.
Yeah, man. Like I can't tell you how many people still getting on my case because I did that whole rant about the Power Ranger comics about the whole thing with this Dark Dragon Ranger and how they had this big mystery and how it still just ended up being Tommy.
Oh God,
Just
to this day, I still maintain that if they had had some real, balls there, they would have harkened back to the flashback they showed, which otherwise doesn't really serve too big a purpose. Where Rita was tempting Zack with the green power coin, and it's done this as like a universe where he did take it, because honestly that would make more sense as to how the other Rangers were able to fall so easily, because like it wouldn't even be necessarily that he's himself overpowered, although that would be part of it, but also just the fact that betrayal from inside the team, plus the fact that now they wouldn't even be able to form the Megazord whenever he would summon the Dragon Zord, and the Dragon Zord being OP the way it is, he would be able to stomp everyone else for the most part. Like, to me, that would have been made a little bit more narrative sense and been more of a gutsy move, but
yeah.
Hmm.
They
So,
said Tommy from the future.
did anybody catch Power Rangers on Twitch?
I didn't need to watch it.
I saw some of it.
That's
I
all.
refuse to believe that anyone, though, who sat through that marathon and saw the old MMPR episodes can still have a stick up their butt about that movie. I'm sorry.
I had to learn that
Like,
recently before the Twitch thing.
Yeah, like I would, but well, I mean, yeah, but just the sheer volume of audience that got, it's like, and sure enough, in the chat there were some people who were kind of violently having their nostalgia goggles ripped off, but it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, I see people go on rants about how the movie is gonna like abandon, this and that for the sake of sexy shots and explosions, and one of the things that they mentioned was the deep characterization of the series, and I'm like,
Yeah. Okay.
did did we watch the same series?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good series and everything, but deep it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yo, I literally remember episodes because I was just watching MMPR over the past few months. There was literally episodes where if they needed an extended Ranger conversation, they would have them go through the motion and then rewind it and then play it again. Like for real, man. It's like
Oh, I
there's
know, and loot footage and everything, and they'd
yeah,
have them like posing while having a normal conversation just because it had those two Rangers in the same shot.
yeah, exactly, man. Like, come on now.
Now,
Let's not
once
act like
once
this was winning.
once they
But
did get that bigger budget though, and were able to shoot more of their own stuff, that did improve on it. But like the early days, each.
Hmm.
where I feel so stupid not never realizing how they were never in the same scene with Rita.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like I felt stupid realizing that. I was
Not,
like, it's always them standing there talking, and then it's the pre-cut footage of Rita.
yeah, that they didn't actually have them in the same place until didn't they cast someone to play her in season 2? Finally.
Yeah, yeah. Eventually they casted her, but at first that was all literal footage from Sentai.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like, man, it's crazy. What and then it's like, then you start to see the funniest thing is when you can picture what scenes they added, because like then they would do like little scenes of just trying to force more dialogue with the Rangers standing around speaking and stuff. And I was like, yeah, those suits look newer than they just did like 3 minutes ago.
I just is it wrong of me to say though that I just genuinely hope more people got exposed to Time Force?
Yeah, yeah, true, true. Is the Twitch thing? I know it's still going.
This
Yeah,
how much are they
they're
showing? Are they showing every
yeah
series
they're
or
starting from the very first episode all the way to the most recent episode that's aired.
damn? What are they on now?
Yesterday they were in Wild Force, so by now they're probably on either Ninja Storm or Starting Dynamite.
Huh.
Damn,
That's crazy, man. Damn.
But you know what? I'm going to check that real quick.
Cool. All right. So put the mash in the evaporator, light the fire, cool the condenser. First turn the right lever and then left. All right. I'm making alcohol.
That doesn't surprise me.
Hey! I have not had a sip of alcohol in like over a month.
Over a month.
I've been
Yeah,
clean.
they're
Clean.
yeah, they're in Ninja Storm right now.
Oh, okay.
Man, they moving, So it's like they've just been running it back to back. There was no stop
Yeah,
time.
it's a 24-hour nonstop.
That's why I was wondering. I was like, all right, right, because they started what, the 14th?
Something like that. Yeah. They had to go through 800, like what was it, 820 episodes or 821?
I had did the math. I was like, if it's 24 hours, it's gonna take 17 days to get
They're
through
doing it
everything.
right up to the movies release. So. And again, like I said, I'm really hoping that some nostalgia goggles finally pop off. Maybe then people put the stick out of their butt and actually realize that, hey, I can like this thing even if it's not 100% adapted to this.
Like every time I seen somebody call the movie cheesy, I just looked at them like, really,
Yeah, I know, right?
really. Like, let's not act like this is the worst thing with Power Rangers title. Or like Danny pointed out, the little kid in Turbo, you know, or Wild Force in their Gorilla Zord that would run up and throw explosive bananas at the monsters. Like, come on, yo.
Oh, yeah.
That's the last thing I think about when I think Gorilla Zord. Them start throwing explosive bananas at motherfuckers.
Man, one of these days we need to like hop on Hangouts and put some Power Rangers on Netflix and just marathon.
Facts, man.
That'd be fun.
One of these days. Oh, wow. It's already 1 a.m. Holy crap.
Oh wow, we burned through our time already, and we ain't even gotten to rank our stuff yet.
All right, so we might as well just end with the proper rankings of things. Because remember, we did something like that on the Q&A a while back. So I guess we might as well, since I really don't have a top 5 since I haven't watched 5 Power Ranger series.
Oh,
So y'all already know.
You had how many months to do that?
I know. But man, yo, all I can say, Hunter, Mad Men, and all these Netflix shows, man. That's all I can say. Which is ironic because Power Rangers is on Netflix. Fuck.
all these Netflix shows.
Yo, I know, but y'all already know me, so I'm gonna go starting with Rob over here. Top 5.
I'm thinking somebody else gotta go.
All right, so Danny, top 5, not top 5 reasons why this is not your favorite Power Ranger series.
Well, first you gotta keep in mind that I'm ranking this.
Oh God, we're screwed. All right, well, go ahead.
Right. Well, as you all know, William Shakespeare once said that.
Oh boy, he's doing this on purpose.
Yeah. Okay, top 5. I'm going to say.
I got halfway through Time Force. Thank you very much.
Yeah, number 1 is Time Force.
There you go.
Number 2 is probably.
Force, we know it.
Yeah, right. Number 2 is probably Dino Thunder. Number 3 is
boards. I don't know. Sorry.
You should be.
Oh, is the doggo outside?
Yes, she is.
At the
Number
same
3
time.
is RPM. Number 4 is let's honestly like shoot probably the I I don't want to say the second season of MMPR, but that one looks good. But no, number 4 is probably I do rank up Lightspeed Rescue.
Oh.
And number 5, I am going to stick with for now Jungle Fury because I don't know, I really like the cast in that series, and I thought they developed pretty well. So
Nice. Jamil. That nigga passed out.
Did we follow?
I think we killed him.
Oh man.
Nah, that dude's playing too much Near Automata. Opened up that private browser.
tempted to say something, but nah.
This nigga passed out. Now, you know what it was? He choked on some unseasoned chicken that his girlfriend made.
Oh no, not the unseasoned chicken. I'm telling you, man. Hey, listen. Y'all can't be seasoning your chicken with dreams, man.
No, they can't. They can't be seasoning their chicken with water, man.
Yo, for real, like you can't be doing that. You will be seasoning your chicken with well wishes, man. No,
Listen. Life is too fucking short for unseasoned chicken.
I'm telling you, man. Like that's life or death.
Yeah. We could season it though with the sheer amount of salt in the fighting game community.
Ooh, savage, man.
Could be it. But Rob.
Yeah, all right. So number one, you got to be Time Force, of course.
Yes.
Gotta be, man. It's just that's the business. Number two for me, Lightspeed Rescue. Number three, SPD. I actually really like that. Number four. It was actually pretty dope for how goofy cosmetically it looks, but it's actually pretty good. SPD. So number four. I'm stuck between Z. I actually liked Zeo as a progression, even though the Zords was goofy. There was some moments. So yeah, probably 4 be Zeo, and then 5. Yeah, I'm not gonna not have MMPR on this list,
right?
But yeah, so that's probably my order.
So no Lost Galaxy for anyone?
Lost Galaxy, I honestly haven't really seen much of. I mean, I skipped it when it was on because I just dropped it out from Turbo.
Oh, all right.
I've been kind of putting off watching it because I've seen some stuff in there that's like Captain Shirtless in the intro for one.
Oh, Arrow?
Yeah. Yo. No, the dude legit rips his own shirt off in the intro.
They did try that. They tried to make it look badass. Where he tried to give his last big fight, so he just ripped his shirt off and then morphed.
Wow,
it was corny as hell. And the weird fact that apparently Bulk is still there. I don't even know what's up with that or how that's a thing.
They made it in another universe.
But I'll give it a watch at some point.
Cool.
Jamil, you know what? He went back and died again.
Yeah, man. He took another bite out of that chicken. He was like, "Oh."
He was like, "Man, what happened? Oh man,
so bad. This ain't so bad."
Man, pass out and wake up and then notice some chicken. Oh, some chicken.
You know what it is when you eat the unseasoned chicken? It's like eating a whole tablespoon of fucking peanut butter.
Maybe a middle-aged white woman offered him tea.
Oh
no. That'll kill you.
Will somebody let that goddamn dog in?
Oh gosh.
Yes.
You done chewing pencils now? Yeah, that's part of why she got kicked out.
She was chewing pencils?
She chewing stuff in my room. She can't do that.
Oh, why would she do that? She gotta stop.
Hey, she discovered her, man.
Alrighty, gentlemen. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yes.
Alright, since Jamil's dead.
Yeah. Alright, so NXP podcast celebratory episode, the Go Power Rangers edition. Thank you all for coming to the stream and chatting with us. We had a healthy amount of people here in the comments, all discussing their love for the Rangers, which is freaking awesome. Power Rangers out in theaters this weekend, so are y'all going to see it? Why the hell am I even asking that question? Of course everyone here is going to see it. Of course.
The question is by the time next time we do this, are we going to be pissed off or are we going to be through the roof?
You see that isn't that the question of the day or night? Well, day now. It's 1 a.m. So definitely the
And
day.
may Jamil find peace in the next.
Yes, maybe Jamil will. So signing off for the comrades over here, Rots 112, Danny D's World, and well now what he's called Season Inspector. We out, y'all. Pray for Jamil. Pray Yoda may not be Sith, but unseasoned chicken sure is something Sithy. So yeah.
Yeah.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Yeah.